Welcome back to the deep dive. So, you sent over a bunch of sources recently, and they're talking about something pretty huge, right? Like a major shift.
Yeah, a really fundamental one,
Yeah.
especially for, you know, coaches, creators, online experts. It's about how they operate.
Right. So, our mission today is to really dig into this claim, this official launch of the Hub-Centric Business Era. They're saying the traditional sales funnel is basically dead.
We're dying fast, yeah. And they're proposing this replacement, the hub-centric business.
We need to look hard at that claim and what they're offering instead.
Exactly. And it's key to get why they're calling it a revolution, not just like a minor tweak. The core problem they identify, the reason they say entrepreneurs are in crisis.
What is it?
Well, they're saying funnels are collapsing, communities built on other platforms are broken, and the costs, especially for ads, are just going through the roof.
Skyrocketing costs. Okay.
So this dive, we really need to focus on the why. Why do they think this failure is so bad that everyone needs to jump ship now?
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that urgency. Because they're not talking about small problems. The sources use some, well, pretty stark numbers to back this up. What's the evidence they give for the old system failing?
They point to some immediate math problems, funnels, right? The gold standard. For years, they claim average conversion is now under 3%.
Wow, okay. Less than 3%.
Yeah, and if you're pouring money into ads to get traffic, that kind of return, it's just not sustainable for most people.
3%. So like 97 out of 100 people who come in your system, that they just leave without buying anything.
That's what they're saying. And it gets worse. The sources claim nearly 80% of leads you generate through these fragmented systems, they're lost, gone forever.
80%.
Yeah, you never retarget them, never really engage them again. They just disappear. The analysts behind this are arguing that entrepreneurs, coaches, course creators, experts, they've been trapped
Tragic.
in these funnel-centric systems that, and this is a quote, bleed time, money, and momentum.
Yeah. Losing 4 out of 5 potential customers. Yeah, that points to a massive inefficiency somewhere.
Mhm.
But hang on. Is the funnel really failing? Or is it just that consumers are smarter now? Maybe the market's just different.
That's a fair question.
I mean, what makes the funnel mechanism itself worse today than 5 years ago?
Well, the sources argue it is systemic. It's not just smarter consumers, though that's part of it. It's the fragmentation. Think about it.
Okay.
The old way relies on duct taping, right? You've got your
Mhm.
landing page tool, your email thing, your course platform, maybe a separate payment processor.
Yeah, lots of moving parts.
Exactly. Each one costs money, each connection point adds friction, complexity, potential leaks. That's the funnel chaos they keep talking about.
Ah, okay. So the complexity itself is the killer.
And that lack of unity, that lack of real control, it jacks up the operating costs,
Yeah.
which then forces you to rely even more on expensive ads just to feed the beast.
Right. The friction costs are bleeding you dry.
Uh,
Okay, that makes more sense. So if the problem is this fragmentation, this chaos, what's the structure of this hub-centric solution? How does it fix that?
The whole philosophy is simplicity through ownership. The hub-centric model basically throws out all those separate, costly systems.
And places them with.
A single central hub,
Yeah.
something the entrepreneur completely owns, controls, and can grow themselves.
Help me picture that. A traditional funnel is like a straight line, right? Click this, download that, buy this. What does a central hub look like? Is it just a glorified website?
No, it's way more than that. Think of it like the central command center for your whole business, your entire online world.
Okay.
The sources define the hub as the one place where all your core stuff lives.
Yeah.
Your courses, your community, your shop, your CRM for managing relationships.
All in one spot.
Yeah. The whole customer journey, from stranger to loyal fan, happens inside your hub. And that's the core idea, finally owning your business instead of renting it. Moving away from just managing tools to actually building one central, valuable asset.
I get it. So it's like creating your own self-contained ecosystem rather than relying on a chain of disconnected steps. And the analysts pushing this, they're framing it as super urgent, like you have to make this shift immediately or risk losing everything. That sounds intense.
It does, but the urgency comes directly from that control issue we just talked about.
Yeah.
If you connect the dots, this shift isn't just about being more efficient. It's fundamentally about who owns the audience.
Right.
The sources hammer this point home. Community is the new currency, but only if you own it.
Okay. Owning the community.
And this leaks straight into what they call the danger of building on rented platforms. They list the usual suspects,
Like Facebook groups, Discord.
Exactly. Facebook groups, Discord, Circle, School, platforms like that. Places where tons of experts build their communities right now.
And the danger is
You have zero real control. Those platforms own the platform, they own the data, they ultimately own your audience. They can change the algorithm, slap on new fees, or, shut down your group entirely with no warning.
Yeah, anyone who's seen their Facebook reach plummet or had a group zapped understands that feeling instantly.
Sure.
Okay, so the hub model moves the community off that rented land and onto property you control. How does that actually help the business, practically speaking?
Well, remember that 80% leakage problem? This aims to fix that. The whole model is designed to be the, quote, secret to turning strangers into loyal members who stick, buy, and refer.
Because they're in your controlled environment.
Precisely. Because the relationship is happening inside your hub, you keep the data, you control the experience start to finish, you can nurture people long-term without some algorithm getting in the way. The goal is delivering control, momentum, and freedom.
Okay, so owning the audience, controlling the relationship, that tackles the security and the retention issues. But let's talk money. How does shifting away from renting tools and chasing flaky leads actually lead to predictable income, cash flow?
Right, that's the bottom line, isn't it? The monetization strategy is key here. The sources are very clear. This unified system, the Hub-UB, is specifically designed to become an engine for recurring revenue.
Recurring revenue, that's the dream for many online businesses.
Yeah, and it directly counters that unpredictable one-off transaction feel of many traditional funnels.
Okay, but we need specifics. The material mentioned 3 proven monetization pathways that every hub-centric business can use right away. What are they? How does the Hub-B make money?
So the structure of the hub itself makes certain high-value recurring income streams much easier to manage than in a scattered funnel setup. The 3 main ways they highlight are:
Number 1,
first, high-retention memberships or subscriptions. People pay recurring fees for access to the community, the exclusive content, everything housed within the Headshai. Because it's all integrated, the value is higher, churn is potentially lower.
makes sense. Number 2,
Second, low-friction digital product sales. You have an integrated store right there in the Headshai, selling courses, workshops, templates, whatever. It's seamless. You can easily offer upsells or cross-sells based on what members are doing inside the community or courses.
integrated sales. Okay. And the third,
Third is high-ticket coaching or services.
Yeah.
Because you have this engaged community and you can see who's active, who's getting results through the built-in CRM, you can identify your best potential clients and promote higher-level coaching or services internally, only to them. Much more targeted, less reliant on cold outreach.
got it. So it's built to maximize that lifetime value, that recurring relationship. Okay, now let's tackle one of the biggest claims, traffic. Part of the reason the funnel era is supposedly collapsing is bleeding money on ads. But these sources promise a way to get endless traffic to grow the community and make sales without relying on ads. That sounds ambitious.
Endless traffic definitely sounds like marketing speak, doesn't it? We should probably take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, just a bit.
But the sources do explain the mechanism they think replaces that heavy ad dependency. The argument is, because the hub is this central, owned asset packed with value, it fundamentally shifts your traffic strategy. You move away from constantly buying attention externally
First what?
towards internal mechanisms. 2 key things they point to. First, owned SEO and content strategy. All your content, your blog posts, your videos, whatever. It all lives on and points back to your central hub, building your domain authority, not someone else's.
Yeah, building your own asset.
And second, maybe even more importantly, internal referral loops. Because the community is owned, engaged, and hopefully getting value, the structure itself encourages members not just to stick around and buy, but to refer others.
A word of mouth on steroids because it's a tight-knit community.
Kind of, yeah. Creating organic growth that feels more exponential than just pouring money into ads transactionally. It's about reducing the dependency on costly platforms. Maybe not eliminating marketing entirely, but shifting the balance significantly.
That explanation helps ground the big claim. It's about retention and organic momentum, which you can only really foster if you control the whole environment. Okay, this brings us to the specific tech they mentioned, the platform meant to actually do all this. What is eStage, and why is it positioned as so crucial for this new era?
Right, eStage. It's presented as the concrete tool that makes this whole hub-centric idea practical. They call it the first platform purpose-built specifically for this model.
And its main promise is solving that fragmentation problem.
Exactly. It claims to replace the chaos, the cost, the complexity of juggling, dozens of expensive tools with one unified platform.
That unification claim is huge. We just talked about how the duct-taped system is supposedly killing profits. So what exactly does eStage claim it pulls together inside this one hub? What tools does it replace?
The list they give is pretty comprehensive. Think about all the separate things an online expert usually pays for month after month.
Like a website builder.
Yep. Website builder like WordPress or Squarespace, a course platform like Teachable or Kajabi, an email CRM, maybe MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, a community platform like Circle or School, even potentially separate software for live streaming.
So eStage claims to do all of that.
That's the claim. Website, funnels, courses, store, community, CRM, and live video streaming capabilities, all integrated inside the single hub you own.
Wow, okay. That is unification.
And in this live debut event they keep mentioning in the sources, they apparently promised to demo building a complete hub-centric business from scratch, live, in just minutes.
And prove it's possible.
Yeah, to show that the future they're painting, simple, fast, owned, scalable, is actually achievable now by ditching all those separate, disconnected services.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener, the entrepreneur, right now? The sources are framing this not just as an option, but as a critical fork in the road, a moment where things fundamentally change.
Yeah, they're definitely positioning it that way.
And attending this debut event, according to them, gives you a first-mover advantage. You get in early on this new model. And you get total clarity and direction, basically. The roadmap for how to run your online business going forward.
It's presented as the map for the next phase of digital business.
Conversely, what happens if you ignore this, if you miss out?
Well, the picture they paint is pretty stark. You risk staying stuck in funnel chaos, right? Keep bleeding money on ads, keep fighting those low conversions, keep losing leads, and inevitably, you risk falling behind as competitors adopt this supposedly more efficient, more profitable model built on retention and recurring income.
So it's adapt or get left behind, essentially.
That's exactly how this whole movement is positioned. This specific moment, this launch, is presented as the pivot point where online business shifts from, let's say, transactional hunting to more like retention-based farming.
Got it.
And just for anyone interested in the practical details of this launch they're talking about, the event is set for Tuesday, October 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, and they say it's about a 2-hour live stream available worldwide.
Okay, so the core argument we've unpacked is that the old way, relying on fragmented tools and rented platforms, is structurally breaking down. The proposed future is built entirely on ownership, on a centralized relationship hub.
That's the thesis, yeah.
So here's something for you to chew on. If this idea holds water, if community is the new currency and owning it is the key, what crucial systems, what core parts of your current business workflow are you merely renting right now? Where does the real value lie, and are you building that value on land that isn't truly yours? Think about that potential risk.